All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute them. And whenever I do a meeting, I usually give it about 3 to 4 minutes for people to pop on. Especially since them was being crazy.
Has 218 votes, which is the max.
All right, everybody should be muted. And I literally just walked in the door from teaching a spin class, so just ignore what it looked like. Literally just flew in the door. All right, I'm gonna let everybody in. I think it's funny how the majority of the people that are in are already in the Shred Tribe, even though it's a welcome meeting for the new people. But I think it's awesome. And we'll give it another 2 minutes. I know, I see you on there. I was like, all right, I see your name, and then I saw you on a mic. You got on. All right, more people are coming in. So this isn't a very long meeting. It's just a welcome meeting, a little bit of housekeeping. That's about it. I'm looking at my notes and I have no idea what I wrote. Talk about the abscess. I have no idea what that is. Itches Wednesday. I have no idea what I was doing. I was talking and driving in my phone, so I didn't have to look at my phone. All right, I'm gonna give it another minute or so because it looks like people are popping on with the new link. Really wish I knew what I was put on there. Talk about the ads. We'll give it another minute. Did everybody have a good New Year's? The only people I could see is Angie and my sister, so. Oh, now Stacy with an eye. Everybody else is black. Or just a photo. All right, so this is being recorded. All of our meetings are recorded unless I forget to hit record. So usually the welcome meeting, I start off with who I am. And a lot of you know who I am, but I'm Shannon. I've been in the Palm Beach County area coaching for over 15 years, I think it is now. I have had my own weight loss amazing story where I lost 100 pounds and I decided to pay it forward. And that's why we're in the Shred Tribe. It came to the app during COVID. And it's just growing and growing, which is amazing. And I'm so grateful and so thankful to everyone for that. I want you guys to remember first and foremost that this is not a diet. You are not on a diet. If you are doing Optavia, if you are doing keto, if you are doing anything that is a diet, I'm going to refund your money. So let me know and I will Venmo you back. I will Zelle you back. I will Stripe you back, however you paid, because you are not on a diet. This is how you're going to learn how to eat for your goals without restrictions, without pills, without anything magic. I'm going to teach you all about proteins and carbs and fats, how important they are in order for you to meet your goals, what they do for your body and why your body needs those to reach your goals, and how quickly you could reach your goals by being consistent and committed and focused with your macros and hitting your macros and not restricting yourself. This is not the first meeting of the actual session, so I'm not going to go around and ask current Shred Tribe members to give you guys tips and stuff. This is just the welcome meeting. So I want you guys to remember that you are here because what you are doing is not working. If it was working, you wouldn't be here. If life was great and you were fitting in those jeans or wearing that black dress or running around with your kids or taking 100 million selfies, you would not be here right now. You're here because you want to make a change. You want to have new habits. And the new habits that you are creating will follow you and stay with you forever. When you can't get that water in, you're going to try to get that water in. When you can't get those steps in, you're going to do everything to get those steps in. When you don't like working out and all of a sudden you love working out, it's going to be life changing. When you start tracking macros, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to feel overwhelmed and you're going to say, why the hell did I sign up for this? But in 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so easy. It's like macros Tetris. All I need to do is try to figure out the puzzle pieces, and let me text Shannon and find out, message Shannon in the app and find out how I can do this. And it's going to be life-changing. And I'll say that 100 million times. I put somebody else in the app. Everything we do is meant to be life-changing. This journey you are on will change your life, whether you realize it or not. And when you message me and say, do I have to take photos? You're going to want those photos. Because in 6 or 8 weeks or 10 or 12 weeks, or in a year from now, when you've lost 70 something pounds, you're going to want to look back at that picture and be like, holy crap. And I thought I looked good that day. Or when you look back at your Facebook picture, you're like, oh my God, I loved that picture, but I look so different. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? And it's so important to take those photos. And I'll get messages all the time, like, do I have to take them? Who's going to see them? Nobody sees them, just you and me. Unless I message you and say, wow, look how little you are, or look at those inches you've lost. Can I share them? I'll cover your face. I always say that. And I'll ask you every single time, even if you've told me 8 times, yes, you could share my picture. I will still ask you, because on that day, you might not be feeling it. And you might say, you know what? I'm going for a new job or whatever it is. Please don't share my picture. I always have a Macros 101 meeting. And I decided, and it's always separate from our weekly meetings, but I decided this session, because we have a lot of returning Shred Tribe members. We have people that were on maintenance that want to get back into the game. And we have people that just want to refocus and reset after the holidays. I decided the Macros 101 meeting is going to be this Wednesday's night meeting at 7:15. It might go a little bit longer than 30 minutes because I'm going to try to get a lot in there in that time. And again, it will be recorded. But that meeting, the Macros 101 meeting, we talk about a lot. Sorry, I'm letting somebody else in. We talk about alcohol. We talk about exercise. We talk about NEAT, which is non-exercise activity that you need to be doing. Those are your steps. So if you are walking on the treadmill, getting those steps in, that's not your fitness. That's just walking on the treadmill and getting those steps in, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what a protein, carb, and fat is, what they do for your body. We're going to talk about how you can do things in the app. How do you log your fitness? How are your steps getting in there? That's all going to be part of our meeting on Wednesday. And I'm going to give you a lot of information. We're going to start exactly at 7:15. So when I say I wait for everybody to get in here, I'm not waiting. I want to use the full 40 minutes that we get. And then we'll have another meeting on Saturday. And Saturday's meeting, and I'm going to remind you of these, I'm going to post it. Saturday's meeting, I believe it's going to be at 5 o'clock. And that's going to be a review and a questions and answers. And don't worry if you don't have any questions, because I have questions from 3 years of sessions that I will repeat and read off to you guys. So just remind you, Wednesday's meeting, 7:15, Saturday, 5 p.m. If you can't be there, they will be recorded. Okay, you guys were added into a couple of groups as you were coming into the app. If you're already in the app and you're just here because you want to hang out, awesome. But the ebook is the most important thing for you to read through until you get your macros. That tells you a lot about proteins, carbs, fats, has cheat sheets in it, has so much information in that ebook. You can download it. I have people that printed it, they binded it. You can do whatever you want with that ebook, but it's imperative and it's your priority to read through the ebook. I also added you to the YouTube link. If you are a person like I am, I don't listen to the radio, but I listen to podcasts every time I'm in the car. If you just play the YouTubes, you don't have to watch me. You can listen to all the YouTubes, previous meetings. If you go on there, there's hundreds of meetings and they're labeled self-sabotage, emotional eating. I mean, just so many. But I do those topics again for the next session. I talk about different things, but the topics don't really change that much, but they're all back there. The workouts are in the YouTube as well. There's workouts. In your app, which you don't see yet, you will have a calendar. And on the calendar, it will give you to-do lists for every day. Get your steps in, drink your water, track your macros. You'll also get workouts imported into the app. And you will see that on Monday. So this whole week is pre-coaching, getting used to the app, navigating yourself around the apps, checking out the groups that you are right now added into, which there are a lot. I think it's 6 or 7. There are a lot of groups you're not in yet. Recipes, amazing food finds. There's a protein group, a carb group, a fats group, a sample meal plan group, cheat sheets, sushi cheat sheets, alcohol. There's so much resources in the app that I've put together for you guys that will help you navigate yourself through this journey, especially the first 2 to 3 weeks. As we are going into this first pre-coaching, please do not bombard me with questions. When am I getting my numbers? How do I log my numbers? Where do I see my steps? Why don't I see this? Because I'm going to give you all that information. And you can ask me them, but I'm not answering them as they come in because you're going to get them as we progress. And then, of course, I'm going to answer all your questions on Saturday as well. The only thing I need for you to do, and this is only for new people, is to decide if you want to track in Fitbit, which you do not need the wearable. It's just the app. You could scan food and you can use the Fitbit for your food because you're scanning everything you eat. You put it in your mouth, you write it, you bite it, you write it, you snack it, you track it. You can use MyFitnessPal. If you do not upgrade, which I do not want you to upgrade, you do not get to scan. So Fitbit, you could scan labels. MyFitnessPal, you could only scan labels if you pay for the upgrade. And then I have in-app tracking, right in the app, so you don't have to go anywhere else. If you want to try the in-app tracking, which I always tell people try it first, I can add you to the in-app tracking group. And then there's a couple of Zooms in there that explain to you how to do it. And there's people that ask questions about it. I would say out of 175 people, there's probably about 38 or 45 people that are tracking in-app. Everybody else is Fitbit or MyFitnessPal. But you have to pick one. Because I have to see what you're putting in your mouth every day, every meal. And the only way I could see that is by one of those options. And once you tell me, I will send you a link to connect those apps to my app. MyFitnessPal, if you already have it, you have to delete it. And then I send you the link and you can reinstall it and use the same login that you already had. So you're not going to lose anything you've been doing for the past 50 years because you're going to use the same login. Fitbit is seamless. It automatically tracks your, there's really not a link. It just tells you what you need to do, and I'll send you that as well. Also, your Apple Watch. If you want to connect your Apple Watch, I'll send you the instructions. If you have a Garmin, I can send you the instructions to have it connected to my app. If you don't have any of the above, you can manually log it. And I will tell you how to manually log your workouts. Now, steps cannot be manually logged. So if you don't have a way of doing your steps, you'll just have to tick off, like if you just wear a pedometer or something, you'll have to tick off that habit that you did it. I won't be able to see your actual steps. When I calculate your macros, I calculate it for 1 pound per week of loss. And that is the way you're going to keep it off. And that was the way you're going to stay consistent. And that is the way you are not going to be hungry. So when I send you your numbers and you say, well, I want to lose weight faster, I won't do that. Unless you have something really special coming up and you've already been in the Shred Tribe, and you're like, I'm getting married in 3 weeks. I'll tweak the numbers just to bring it in just a little bit, because I know we all, you know, that special occasion, you want the extra leanness. But otherwise, please don't say, but I only lost 1 pound. That's what I want you to lose. I have 1 pound to 1 pound a week. And when you get your numbers, you'll see that. I don't like the words, I can't, I won't. I will tell you, you will. One other thing I should probably tell you right off the bat is that I have no filter. So for those that see me at Orange Theory, I have a kind of a different personality. I curse. I tell it how it is. If you don't like it and you don't like my personality, you should not be in the Shred Tribe. I give you a little bit of time because you can't tell right yet. But in a week or two, by the end of this week, I say, okay, if you don't like my coaching style, I will refund your money. Because I'm not here to take your money. I'm here because I want you guys all to succeed. I want you all to be a success story. And I would say 99% of the people that come into the Shred Tribe are success stories. And the ones that are not are the ones that don't put in the work. If you want results, you have to do the work. And that's with anything, right? So please remember that. And if you don't like my coaching style, I won't be offended because I'm not going to change it. Because it's been working for a long time. But I will give you the out. And a lot of times when I do offer the out, people are like, no, I want to stay. I can deal with it. I can try it. I want to do this. Also, I want you guys to know that technology sometimes sucks. So sometimes the app doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't sync. Sometimes you have to manually sync. I get it. It's a pain in the ass. I deal with it every day also. I track every day. It's my app. I use it for myself. And sometimes it screws up, but it always fixes itself. You just have to be patient. It'll always reset. It will always get back to what it was supposed to be doing. It just might not be instant. And we're also used to instant gratification. But sometimes with this app, it's not like that. So just keep that in mind. Please don't get frustrated, or get frustrated, but don't take it out on me because I can't do anything about it. I can't speed up the app. I really want to know what this talk about the abscess is that I put in my notes. I have no idea. If anybody can think of why I wrote abscess, like what that would be in talking verbal, I have no idea. Okay, so anytime we have a meeting, they're always recorded. This will be put in the YouTube within the hour, and you guys can always watch them over and over again. Any important information for you guys right now for this week only will go into the group, that main group that's called 2023 Always Be Badass with the flex. Once we actually start and you go into the main group, it'll be a different group, but I'm going to give you guys all the information you need in that one group. One thing I want to tell you, if you guessed your weight and just put it in there, you need to weigh yourself and fix it. Because that depends on your macros. Like your macros depend on your height, your weight, your age, what you do for a living or during the day, and how much exercise. If you guess, and this happened the last session, someone's like, yeah, I weigh 164 pounds. It takes me like 45 to an hour to work on your programs, each person. And then I print out a report and then I add it to your profile. So this person guessed you weighed 664 pounds. And I would say the Sunday night before the session actually started, she goes, well, I decided to weigh myself and I weigh 179. I'm like, well, now you have to wait because now I have 17 other people that I'm still working on, trying to catch up. And I told you not to guess your weight. So now you guessed your weight. So now you're going to be the last person to get your macros. So if you guessed your weight, change it, fix it, weigh yourself. Because otherwise your numbers are going to be off. And you can't share your numbers with anybody else because they're only good for you. Your husband can't follow them. Your sister can't follow them. Your cousin, your nephew, I don't know. Your mailman cannot follow your numbers. They're specifically customized for you. I'm going to add you to a group called Built Bars. Those are the protein bars that I recommend. The ratio from protein to carbs is what I recommend for those bars. And there's a link in there. I'm also going to add you to my Shred Tribe Amazon shop. So if you click on it, you'll see fave foods, Shred Tribe approved foods, snacks, that kind of thing. And it connects you right to your own Amazon account. But it just gives you those faves and stuff like that. Let me think, am I missing anything? For those that are in the Shred Tribe, am I missing anything just for the welcome? Stacy with a Y, Stacy with an I, Andrea, Mary, Nicole, Jen C. All right, cool. All right, so I only talked for 25 minutes. Awesome. I am gonna let you know, now normally I should let you guys know this. Normally I talk a lot and I run out of time because I don't pay for the Zooms. So I get 40 minutes and I tell you guys, all right, I have 3 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm talking and it cuts me off. Don't come back on if I get cut off. I'll just apologize and say, okay, remember, always be badass, and we move on. If you have any questions about the app itself, you may message me and I will help you with that. I should let you guys know, I'm being 100% honest with you. I am working on this, but I don't have a high tolerance or patience. And I really am working on it. I promise you. So I will try to be very patient. But if I say something and then you ask me if I say something and then the next day you ask me a question, I put it in the meeting, I'm not going to answer you. And I'm going to say, did you watch the meeting from last night? Were you at the meeting from last night? Because that's the point of the meetings. I have a lot of people. And if I was coaching you individually, I have clients I coach individually and they paid $349 for 8 weeks. So you guys are group coaching with one-on-one because I can answer your questions, but I am going to say, if it's not a personal question, if it's not specifically for you, I'm going to say, go ahead and watch the meeting because I know I talked about it. And those meetings are really important, especially the Macros 101 meeting that we're going to have on Wednesday. All right. I think that is it. I always end every meeting so you guys don't feel like you have to say goodbye to me. And I end it with, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. Remember, always be badass. I am so super excited to be on this journey with you guys. I love new sessions because you guys are excited. You have so much you want to learn. And that's why I love doing this, because I love sharing. I love educating. I love paying forward what I've done in my life for you guys to do the same. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are pumped. I hope you are ready to make 2023 better than 2022. And I look forward to being on this journey with all of you. So thank you so much for popping on tonight for the welcome meeting. I will put this in the YouTube within the hour. Remember, always be badass and have a great night, everybody.